This is Taxes from the Predatory Lending Network, out with the news that 56% of people say the presidential campaign is having a negative effect on the economy. What do you make of this, sir?
I see. A negative effect? I don't see that much negative, really. Because no matter where you go, there will be chaos everywhere.
Now, people say the best party for the economy is people say the best party for the economy is 40% say Republicans versus 18% for Democrats, and 26% of people say it doesn't even matter. What do you make of this?
I would be the part that doesn't matter because sooner or later, everything burns. Either if you vote for Hillary or Trump. Bernie, he looks like a nice guy, but Trump and Hillary, oh, America's gonna burn then.
Okay. Now the best candidate, let's see, wait. Now the best candidate for Wall Street is, oh shit, I did the same question twice. Now the best candidate for the economy, 13% of people say Trump over 16% for Clinton, while 42% of the people say Kasich. What do you think of that?
Well, I think that some people have their own opinions, really. They go for Trump or they go for cash, really. It doesn't matter anymore because everything's going to go to the shits.
Now the best candidate for Wall Street, people say, is 14% of people say Trump versus 22% for Clinton and 35% for Kasich. What do you make of that?
I say people have a right to vote for Kasich because he looks like a nice guy, other than Trump being a xenophobic person. Like, you trying to get rid of me? Why get rid of me? I'm the best one there is.
Now Trump and Cruz have 4 to 6 times as many delegates as Kasich. Do you think Kasich really stands a chance in the race?
Not really. If they got more and more, then he's soon to be defeated in the end. But everything burns.
Okay, is there any last minute things you'd like to say?
I'm coming for you, Batman. And you will find me, and I will get you.
So in closing, this is Taxes from the Predatory Lending Network saying, vote for me. Now this is Taxes from the Predatory Lending Network, out with the news that 56% of people say the presidential campaign is having a negative effect on the economy. What do you make of this?
I think people are focusing more on one person that person said what's really best for the world. Like they're focusing more on who's bad instead of who's good.
Okay, I cannot hear you, so I'm only gonna, I know the mic can hear you just fine. Just kind of tap me or something.
All right.
I know the mic's gonna hear you. Okay, so. Now people say the best party for the economy, 40% of people say Republicans versus 18% for Democrats, and 26% of people say it doesn't even matter. What do you make of that?
It really shouldn't matter. Just go who you think is the best candidate. If not better on political views, just go who thinks going to be better around the country.
Now people say the best candidate for the economy, 13% of people say Trump, while 16% of people say Clinton, but 42% of people say Kasich. What do you make of that?
I think people are looking more at the negativity of Trump instead of what he really wants to do for the world. But everyone's focusing more on Hillary's getting how she has in her share. But they're not focusing like on the third guy who actually does have legit things to say about the country, but they're not really listening to him. So it's kind of a torn between three.
So I'm guessing you're the... Now people say the best candidate for Wall Street, 14% of people say Trump and 22% say Sanders, but 35% say Kasich. What do you make of that?
Well, on the Kasich thing, he actually has a lot of agrees with Trump. He's just focusing more on the illegal aliens, and that's the downfall of Trump. He doesn't have anything to say besides illegal aliens. That's his downfall. And I'm not sure what Hillary Clinton's view on it, but I know she's not really putting too much thought into it.
Now, of the Republicans, Trump and Cruz have 4 to 6 times as many delegates as Kasich. Now, do you think Kasich can actually stay in the race?
It is entirely possible, but you never know until it really happens. We got time to see if it's going to happen, but for now, it's hard to say.
So in closing, is there any last minute things you'd like to say?
That's all I got.
So in closing, this is Taxes from the Predatory Lending Network saying, I'll be taxing you. This is Taxes from the Predatory Lending Network, out with the news that 56% of people say the presidential campaign is having a negative effect on the U.S. economy. What do you make of this, sir?
Well, I mean, all you have to do, Predator, is watch the ads on TV and social media to know that there's nothing positive that has anything to do with any election. Everything focuses on the negative. So, yeah, I mean, it's only going to cause more harm than good. Basically, I'm Captain America. I'm all about the good. And honestly, I can't even watch the news anymore. Back in the 40s, it wasn't that way. It was, each candidate said, this is what I'm going to do good, not this is what the other guy's going to do bad, which seems to be the way it is nowadays.
Okay, now people say the best party for the economy. Now 40% of people say the Republicans versus 18% say Democrats. Yet 26% of people say it doesn't even matter. What do you make of that?
Well, the trick is you got to figure out which party is SHIELD and which party is Hydra. And you know what? Honestly, even I don't know which party is SHIELD and which is Hydra. Until Winter Soldier, my movie. Hopefully, you've all seen it and own it on DVD and Blu-ray. Until that happened, we thought SHIELD was SHIELD, and then it turned out half of SHIELD was Hydra, and we were like, what? And even we didn't know. So how are we supposed to tell? Is Trump Hydra? Is Trump SHIELD? Is Hillary Hydra? Is Hillary SHIELD? Do you know? I think I know, but I'm not sure.
Now people say the best candidate for the economy, 13% of people say Trump versus 16% for Clinton, yet 42% of the people say Kasich. What do you make of that?
Well, if I could, I would vote for Nick Fury, to be honest with you, because I think he would kick ass and take names, and he wouldn't take any BS from Washington. In fact, the last time he did that, they shot him. Winter Soldier shot him from a roof through a wall, like such a big gun, it shot right through the wall. But he didn't die though. See, that's how tough he is. That's what I want for president. I want someone that can take 3 slugs in the chest and walk away from it.
Now people say the best candidate for Wall Street, 14% of people say Trump, 22% for Clinton, yet 35% for Kasich. What do you make of that?
What was that? The best candidate for Wall Street.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're talking like money now, right? Well, if I got to pick one of those, and again, I would vote for Fury if I could, because I think he'd do a better job than any of those clowns. But, Trump is a businessman. He's not a politician. So I'm going to have to go with him with anything that regards Wall Street and money.
Okay. Now, Trump and Cruz have 4 to 6 times as many delegates as Kasich. Do you think Kasich can actually stay in the race with their big lead right now?
It's not looking good. It's like when Bucky had me down and was hitting me in the face with his robotic arm. And I told him I'm with you to the end of the line, but I stuck it out. I didn't give up, and look what happened. Now we're together in civil war. So, the problem is media. I mean, so much of what people vote on is what's in the media, and they believe whatever they hear. So I don't think the media likes that guy a whole lot, and that's going to give him some problems.
Okay, so in closing, is there any last-minute things you'd like to say?
If one more person at this convention whispers "Hail Hydra" in my ear, they're going to get a shield to the nose. Not really related to the questions, but you said anything, so.
So in closing, this is Taxes from the Predatory Lending Network saying I'll be raising your taxes this election season, so vote for me. This is Taxes from the Predatory Lending Network out with the news that 56% of people say the presidential campaign is having a negative effect on the economy. What do you make of this?
I think it's very sad.
Now people say the best party for the economy, 40% of people say the Republicans and 18% for Democrats, yet 26% of people say it doesn't even matter. What do you make of that?
I think they need to be more sad. It's very sad what they're doing.
Now I get the character. Now I know who you are. Now I get it. Okay. Now people say the best candidate for the economy, 13% of people say Trump and 16% say Clinton, yet 42% of people say Kasich. What do you make of that?
I think Trump is a very interesting person, but he isn't very sad, so I don't approve.
Now people say the best candidate for Wall Street of all things, 14% of people say Trump versus 22% for Clinton. But 35% of people say Kasich. What do you make of that?
I can't.
Play the character. Okay. I'll fix it in editing. Just make sure we stay in the shot.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
Okay. Now, Trump and Cruz have 4 to 6 times as many delegates as Kasich. Do you think Kasich can stay in the race, ahead of all this?
He's much more sad than Trump, I suppose.
So in closing, is there any last minute things you'd like to say?
Keep those sad emotions going.
In closing, this is Taxes from the Predatory Lending Network saying I'll be raising your taxes this election season.